But I think
so
that here,
a result here, you'd admit, would logically entail permitting California's law or ones like it to pass as well.
no, you don't have to go that far.
Oh, I know I don't have to go that far, but you just said you would go that far.
I personally would, but I don't think you do, Justice Gorsuch. And the reason.
No, I appreciate your candor about the extent of where your argument leads, and so it seems to me that you could have a state law that doesn't just flip the presumption and require express oral consent, but requires express written consent. Maybe a sign, maybe an irrebuttable presumption, flipping of and I appreciate your candor on that. The other question I want to ask you is the black codes. I struggle to see what relevance laws that are outliers, and in Bruin we're not supposed to consider outliers, that they're put aside under our test. We're looking for the mainstream and a significant tradition. And you rely very heavily on an 1865 black code law in Louisiana. You say it's a dead ringer and a reason alone to affirm the judgment. Yeah. And I really want to understand how that could be.
All right, folks, let's talk about something that should alarm every American who values their Second Amendment rights. I just watched a Forbes breaking news clip where Justice Neil Gorsuch grills a lawyer over outdated gun laws. And it is eye-opening. Gorsuch starts by asking a simple question. If we accept your argument, wouldn't that justify California-style laws that basically require permission just to carry a firearm on your own property? And the lawyer admits it could go that far. Folks, that's exactly the problem. The Second Amendment isn't about permission slips from the government. It's about your God-given right to defend yourself and your family. Gorsuch even pushes the idea further. What they demanded written consent or posted signs just to carry. That's not freedom, that's tyranny.
1868 admitted Louisiana as a state. That was the Radical Reconstruction Congress. It examined the Louisiana laws, including this specific statute, and Louisiana was admitted into the Union by the Reconstruction Congress. There were many laws that the Louisiana...
You're not answering the question. The question is, it's an outlier. And you just call it a shameful outlier. And I agree with that. And Bruin was supposed to look at the mainstream of our tradition and history, not outlying statutes that were unconstitutional the moment they were passed, and yes, when Louisiana was admitted to the Union.
So Justice Gorsuch, when I said it
I understand a lot of people like to cite the black codes who promote gun restrictions, who would otherwise, they would be garlic in front of a vampire in front of them. But here they like them, they embrace them, and I'm really interested in why.
So, Justice Gorsuch, when I said the black codes were a shameful period, there are parts of the black codes, like this particular statute, which were race neutral, which the Congress of the United States, the same Congress that ratified the 14th Amendment, implicitly blessed by admitting Louisiana back in. It didn't treat that with respect to other laws from other states, but it did here. And most importantly, even the opponents of the black codes recognized, as the Sickles General Order says, that you have no right to carry a firearm onto someone's property absent their consent.
Then the lawyer brings up the black codes, yes, those racist 19th century laws, and claims one of them somehow justifies modern gun restrictions. Gorsuch calls it out. These were outlier laws, not part of our mainstream legal tradition, and the Supreme Court says outliers don't count. Trying to twist a racist, outdated law into modern precedent? That's nonsense. Our rights don't come from the black codes, they come from the Constitution and the intent of our founders. Here's the truth. The Second Amendment is non-negotiable. Your right to keep and bear arms isn't a privilege handed down by politicians, it's a core American freedom. And Justice Gorsuch is one of the few justices actually standing up for it. Outdated laws, shameful history, or liberal legal gymnastics should never take away your ability to defend yourself, your family, or your property. If you agree with me, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. We need to wake Americans up to what's happening in our courts. Justice Gorsuch is asking the tough questions, and it's up to us to make sure we continue defending our rights. God bless the Constitution, and God bless America.